it's Cathy Habas with Safewise. Today I have the myFirst Fone R2 and the Verizon Gizmo Watch 3. I want to just run through some similarities and differences, what I like best about one versus the other, help you make a decision this holiday season. I'm just going to run through some really quick similarities and differences. If you want the full picture of both of these watches, I recommend you check out my written reviews on Safewise.com. That surprised me was that both of these watches have shortcut options. They approach it a little differently. The myFirst Fone R2 has a shortcut button at the top. This button can be programmed to take kids up to 3 different places, so it just cuts down on navigation time. The Gizmo Watch 3 has something similar. It is called the Mosaic wallpaper background. These highlighted buttons here on the screen, those are actually the 3 most often used apps. It'll change based on how your child uses the watch, and they can just boop, click right into whatever they want to go to. Now that is an optional feature on the Verizon Gizmo Watch 3. So if you want your child to have a little bit more autonomy and not have to answer your phone calls right away, then you can just toggle that off. Let's talk about communication. The myFirst Fone R2 gives your kids unlimited contact slots. You approve everybody who can make a call into this watch and who this watch can call out to. It's unlimited. So this is perfect for social butterflies. It's especially perfect for social butterflies because myFirst has developed a safe social media platform for kids called myFirst Circle, and they can make posts on it with this watch. The post can only be viewed and interacted with by people that you approve. That is really cool. The Verizon Gizmo Watch 3, it has not really kept up in this area. You can only have 20 approved contacts on this watch. Now, that's probably okay for younger kids, smaller families, maybe just 1 or 2 best friends. But it can be really limiting if you have a huge family or your kid needs to talk to their sports teams or classmates or whatever. The number of contact slots is just one piece of the puzzle. Both watches let your kid place normal audio calls, they can do video calls, they can leave voice messages. That is where it ends pretty much with the myFirst Fone R2. Whereas with the Verizon Gizmo Watch, they also have a full text keyboard. It supports voice to text. You can also share video clips. You can share photos with both watches too. Let's talk about emergencies. Both watches have an SOS button. On the myFirst, it's this big red button on the side. On the Verizon watch, it is a recessed button on the side that's more difficult to hit accidentally. Now, in testing both of these, I actually really like the myFirst Fone R2 because when that call hits your phone just like goes into this police siren mode. It's not a normal ringtone. I'm not sure if all phones will have that response. It makes it very clear that this is not a normal phone call coming in. Like, you need to pay attention to this because your kid needs you. On the other hand, when your child presses the SOS button on the Verizon Gizmo Watch 3, it comes through as just a normal phone call, something that you might easily just ignore. Both watches also have emergency features for parents. With the Verizon Gizmo Watch 3, if your child does not answer a phone call within 10 seconds, the phone call is automatically picked up. This lets you listen into the environment and kind of make sure that they're okay. The myFirst Fone R2 has a slightly different approach. If you call this watch 3 times, it will automatically pick up on the 3rd time. I want to quickly touch on location tracking. Both of these watches do have live tracking and location history. Both of those are huge features that parents really look for in these devices. The Verizon Gizmo Watch 3 is more annoying to set up in terms of location ping intervals, like how often you want to be updated about your child's location. It can be done. You can get it like every hour. You just have to do it manually. It's a little bit annoying. It's way faster to set it up on the myFirst Fone R2. Let's talk about fun things. On the myFirst Fone R2, kids don't have the ability to play games. It's still a fun watch because it comes with a built-in MP3 player. That means that you can hook it up to a computer and transfer music and audiobooks, and kids can get some entertainment that way. Now, the Verizon Gizmo Watch 3 has more traditional games. They're not like brain-rotting games that are going to get your kid addicted to a screen. They're more educational games that are focused on building math skills, reading and spelling skills, and logic skills. There's 5 games total. There are also just fun little things on the Verizon Gizmo Watch. Anytime a kid records a voice message, they have the ability to change the way their voice sounds. They can make it sound like a robot, like a creepy monster, or like they've just taken in helium from a balloon, or they can make it kind of fast-paced like a squirrel, and I think that's really fun. There's even a little app on here that lets kids just make random funny noises. I think it has space sounds, of course, fart sounds. Kids are gonna get a kick out of that. You can control the volume of the watch remotely from the parent app, so if if any of that ever gets really annoying, you can just mute the watch yourself. Let's talk about camera quality. I really like the camera quality on both of these devices. I was really impressed. Video calling looks great, pictures look great. It's a 5MP camera on both devices. They just have the one camera, just a front-facing selfie camera. There are some kids' smartwatches on the market that have two cameras, one that faces them for selfies and one that faces out for them to just take photos of whatever they see. These are only selfie cameras, but they're 5MP, not 2MP, and I really like them. I was really surprised. They're nice. All right, folks, I'm just looking at my notes here, and I think I covered most of the big categories and ways that these watches are similar and different. Like I said, if you want to get into the nitty-gritty, you can read my written reviews on Safewise.com, or you can leave a comment down below, ask me questions. I will go through the parent app or the devices themselves and see what I can find. Thank you so much for watching, so I'll talk to you later. Bye.